I've been involved with the Memphis Muslim community for a long time. It's been almost 15 plus years in different capacities.
For me personally, I wasn't a person that was invested into the Muslim community, so I couldn't say that there was a Muslim community for me. I was a little bit more detached from it until I was finally pulled into it. But at the time, it was just like you go to the masjid, you pray, you listen to the Jummah khutbahs, and then you go home. It wasn't like something that you were looking forward to. It was something that was just kind of like a routine, let's get this over with kind of thing.
It was kind of isolated in the sense that, we had our own little places, and when you had kids, you had a family, there was no place to go for community, brotherhood, for what we call halal entertainment for the family. That was not there before MIC.
A lot of us who grew up here, so we've lived with our Christian friends, our Christian neighbors and our Jewish neighbors, and we've heard about activities that they have and what their building and their facilities offer. And I think when we started to sort of envision this idea that we'd have something similar to what the Christian community offered for their congregants, that did start to get the ball rolling of offering the same thing for our communities.
I mean, it helps with your sense of belonging very much, because just knowing who you are and your religion, especially Islam, being a major part of your identity, you want to be able to associate that with a certain space, physically and obviously spiritually as well. So to have your space, I think, means so much. I mean, with my children and their friends, they talk to each other about which church they go to. And so it's very important for our kids to also talk about what mosque they go to as well, and that they can go there for many events, not just for prayers.
So I think the most important thing that MIC has offered has been events and activities across the board, not only for the youth and for children, but even for adults.
When you have your kids telling you, we want to go to MIC, that's not something you see very often. So that's, not having that before. We didn't realize it until we actually got MIC.
Alhamdulillah, MIC and Memphis is on the map of the world. So our goal for the next years is that we want to continue the same standards. We want to continue to be a beacon of light for the rest of the Islamic Ummah. And we will, inshallah, continue to build our religious leadership. We will continue to build programs for youth. We'll continue to build and expand programs for our children. We'll be developing and moving into a full-time daycare, which has a big need in this community.
So when I joined the board, a lot of my efforts were towards education, just kind of following up with Mother's Day Out, with the weekend school program, Al-Kitab, and just seeing, what are the best practices? Are the teachers offering best practices? Are we offering, Montessori style, which is something we've really tried to offer at MIC.
You have younger, like myself and others that are on the board now, bringing what it's like to be an American Muslim, that identity, into the masjid, onto the board, and kind of pushing that forward into our community.
What I believe is that all of us have the right intention, though. I think our goal is the same, though.
So we are working towards that goal, and there have been some improvements actually made to the current building. Changes we feel that will serve the community well. Unfortunately, those changes, they do have cost us some time. In the long run, I feel, and my fellow Board of Trustee members feel, that it is worth it to spend that extra time now, that we will reap the benefits down the road. That down the road and future is not many years from now. Actually, it is going to be in the next few years that we will realize that we made the right decision.
To see the board coming together, understanding, say, okay, yes, this is what needs to be done. This is where it needs to be go. This is what it is. This is the mission. To me, I can see it is the seed for success. And I think it gives me a hope that I didn't have it before when I started it, that yes, we can get our arms around this thing, we can deliver it for the community. And to me, that is, I've been comforted by in the last few, weeks or so, to say this is, we need to know where we're going, we know what we need to do, and inshallah, bi'idhni rahman, with the help of Allah, with the support of the community, I think we can deliver it.
I truly believe that history has its eyes on us, that future generations of this Muslim community, 100 years from now, they're going to look back on us, all of us, and we're going to be judged. Did we sit back and let everything fall by the wayside, or did we stand up? Did we answer the call? Did we do what was asked of us? To do everything we can to really cement our legacy, to put together an Islamic center that is greater than the sum of all of our du'as, greater than the sum of all of our efforts, to really have an institution where in future you're going to have imams and shayukh who are going to be knocking on the door wanting to be a part of it. But that all hinges on what we do right here and right now. And so for me, the question is very simple. How can you not be excited to be a part of that?